Hey, how are you? This is a quick look at next week's project. This is what I'm calling a bookcase slash sofa table. It will be a painted cabinet with a Sapele top, a Sapele base, and the cabinet will be finished on both sides. Initially, the cabinet is going to be pushed up against the sofa, but I'm designing it and building it with the idea that it could also go in the center of a room and maybe even be used as a room divider. So today I'm going to move this out of the way and get started on the top for this cabinet. But before I do, I wanted to answer the one question, or the main question I got on Wednesday's video, visiting the lumberyard. A lot of people want to know what's the name of that lumberyard and where is it. That's Monteith Lumber in Old Bridge, New Jersey. It's a great place, and I'll put a link to their website in the description. So let's go ahead and get started on the top. I'm making the top out of Sapele, and I've got two boards here with a beautiful quilted grain. One side of the board is rough sawn, and the good side of the board has a little bit of a bend to it. So I'm going to run these over the joiner. Luckily, I've got an 8-inch wide joiner, and the boards are only 7 3/4 wide. So 2 or 3 passes over the joiner, and then next I'll run them through the drum sander. This is my drum sander, and a few people have asked me about this over the years. It's a Performax 25x2, meaning it's 25 inches wide and it has 2 drums. Right now I've got 60 grit on the front, 80 grit on the back, and I'm using the drum sander like a thickness planer. The thing with a quilted grain is you'll get a lot of tear out. So even running the boards through the joiner at a very low setting, you'll get tear out. So right now I'm going to run the boards through the drum sander, cleaning up the rough sawn side, and once this is cleaned up, I'll flip the board over and take the good side down about another 1/16 of an inch, cleaning up any of the tear out. Well, I finally finished milling the boards, and it really took a while. I probably spent a good half an hour just running the boards through the sander, taking a little bit off at a time. I took the boards from a full inch down to about 3/4 of an inch, taking off maybe less than a 64th with each pass of the sander. Then I ran the boards through the joiner, and now I'm going to join the boards. And this is where I'm really taking my time and making sure that I have as best of a grain match as I possibly can. So there will be a seam in the middle of the top, but what I'm hoping is that enough of the flow of the grain kind of mirrors each other on the board that becomes more noticeable than the seam. I'm using a wet rag and making sure I remove any glue from the top before it sets up. And you can see just with the wet rag, the grain really pops. I'm going to let the glue set up overnight, and then tomorrow I'll come in, unclamp the top, and sand it and stain it and try to get that finished up so next week goes pretty quickly. I got a lot to do still, but I think I can finish this up by next Friday and then get the whole thing up on YouTube and the plans on the website. I have a special project coming out, or a special video coming out on Sunday. I helped my friends out with a honey harvest last weekend, and they got 150 pounds of honey. It's amazing, really. And before I went over to help them, they asked me if I could make them a few mouse guards for the beehives. So the video starts in the shop here. We'll make the mouse guards, and then we go over there and give them a hand with their honey harvest. And it's a fun video. I think it's a good learning video if you want to teach your kids a little bit about beekeeping. It's not too in-depth. It's just kind of enough to maybe pique their interest. So I hope you'll check that out. If this is the first time that you've tuned into my channel, I'd love it if you'd subscribe and also share my videos. That really helps me to build my audience, which helps me make better content. What I really want to do is make more in-depth builds, and I need to have a bigger audience to make that all happen. So I hope that you'll share my videos, and I really do appreciate all the likes and all the comments that you've been giving me, especially the one with my daughter last week with me fixing her bike and then her riding her bike around. Those nice comments were really great, so I appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon.